This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
All right, I think we're recording.
All right, I'd like to call the January meeting of the Easthampton Historical Commission to order. First order of business, public speak. That be you or you?
Nothing in particular, no.
Just wanted to be a part and listen.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
great. Well, I'm Nora, by the way. Hi.
Hi, I actually know you. I used to be your neighbor.
Seriously?
Yeah, your little one's gotten really big.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
I have two.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I do
Good
remember
memory.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. A few houses away.
I don't know. Which house did you live in?
It was the one with the big porch.
Which side of the street?
Your side. Couple
Okay,
houses down.
cool.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Ah.
You remember that house? That's Beverly.
Hi.
There's Mike, he's the
Hi.
chair.
Hi.
John.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
And you are?
Darlene.
Darlene? Okay. Got a last name, Darlene?
Orvieto. Orvieto.
T-E-O?
ETO.
Okay. Well, I must know. All right. Okay. Approval of the December 4th minutes.
I moved to approve them. I did read them, I just didn't have a copy.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I can't vote.
That's right. We don't have a ton this month, so. No correspondence. Well, actually, I take that back. What? Gotta move it down. Northampton, Hampton Canal, we got nothing at this point. Nothing's changed. If you recall, our last conversation on the matter was kind of in a little bit of a limbo there.
Oh, I meant to bring a book that I brought about the canal that I bought online from a library or place in Connecticut, but I forgot it. I'll bring it next time. It's cool.
Okay, yeah, we still need to get a hold of Carl and locate an auditorium. We talked about the high school. That'd be the best bet over here, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Upstairs, right, because we already have the recording.
yeah,
That would be,
That's
yeah,
an
that would
option.
actually even
Maybe
be
the
better.
simple-
Yeah.
simplest thing.
And also lots of parking and, yeah, right here in
Except we
town.
don't have a good screen up there.
Is that true?
I could bring a screen if we really wanted.
Sure they probably, I don't, it might be different. That was the last time you were up there.
They might have one of these.
They used a couple of screens at the city council meeting when the developer was showing, yeah.
I think there was one on each side like that now.
Yep, there was.
Yeah. I remember the projection like you're talking about, but I
Yeah,
think it's been upgraded.
That's good, 'cause it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should definitely get Carl sooner rather than later.
And it's like as far as any updates, there's nothing. Cemetery projects, okay. I did emailed Shannon. And Shannon had set up, I guess John Mason had got a hold of her, and Shannon set up a Zoom meeting with John and myself and her and another woman that might be working on the National 17th.
Of January,
Yes,
here, or Zoom.
Zoom.
What is that about?
National Register nomination for the Brookside Cemetery. We'll see how that goes. I think, John, I guess, is on board. I haven't spoken with him personally. Sounds like he is.
So the cemetery is not registered right now, I guess, with,
Not on the National Register, no. It's
Okay.
kind of an exclusive club.
Surprisingly, we really don't have much that's registered nationally. It's actually pretty minimal.
State, but not national.
mm-hmm,
There's a long process of nomination for National Register.
you would think because there's quite a few veterans there that it would be.
Well, it's more,
It's more the buildings.
between the buildings and the person that designed it, and, landscaping and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, for us, it's always the historic angle.
Right, true, okay.
As far as Main Street and East Street cemeteries, we're trying to do an evaluation on those, as we mentioned before, and still in process outlining that, what we want to, I'm looking at spring before we really do anything. Not going to do anything in the middle of winter except
Freeze.
planting. It's nice and warm places. So hopefully I'll have something for next meeting. I was hoping to have a bunch of this stuff taken care of, but just didn't work out for me this week. Metal detecting on city property, still kick that down the road. One more month.
Yeah.
Demo delay, it's yet to get a hold of Thomas Peak, but we'll work on that.
What's his title? Like, is he,
He's a counselor, I'm not sure.
okay, all right, just one of the city councilors.
Yeah, I don't think he's at large, but he might be. You know?
I don't,
Thank you.
Because we're in good shape, right? We got that
Well,
pretty much
well,
beat
one problem I have
into,
is because when I left the town, they canceled my email, so I can't get a hold of any of those documents anymore unless I
Oh,
find somebody to get back into that folder.
oh no,
you're kidding.
why'd that happen?
Oh,
What's that?
Why?
Oh, they just, took me off the email, so everything that was there is just kind of
Ugh,
lost. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be a huge deal. I should be able to get into that folder. I'm gonna talk to somebody, not sure who
tech,
exactly.
yeah.
Probably planning, should be able to hook me up with a link.
Because I feel like we had done some really good work and gotten that into a position where
I know,
it seemed like
yeah,
something
when that was-
worthwhile and
yeah,
we just
Jamie
need
was-
that
yeah.
last step.
This, I believe, is the old,
I know,
I know, because
I don't have
Jamie had,
my-
yeah, because Jamie had the last
yeah, I don't have my,
updated version I knew, the red letter one, right?
well, we might all have that in our
I had a
email
hard
somewhere.
copy of it somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You know, I'm
I
pretty sure she shared it with all
could
of us.
always go
Yeah.
through and, yeah.
Anybody heard from him?
No, I hope she's doing
What's
well.
Jamie?
Jamie? Thompson.
Yeah, I noticed that.
We'll back up just a little bit.
Well, so we just need this Thomas Peak to,
Yeah, he has
Give it a
to.
look over
He has to present it to the, and be prepared to make it to a meeting to defend it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back up just a little bit. Forgot about this other correspondence here. Although, and this is, I think we spoke about it last meeting, letter of support for city space applications for tax credits. That did go out this week.
Thank you.
Let's see. It's basically the same letter that goes out every 3 months, 3 months, I guess it is. I had mentioned it here at the last meeting and then I totally forgot about it, how they call it.
Thank you for
And,
reading it.
it's like, fortunately, the deadline's not till the 15th, so we had time on that. Okay, sign program, same thing, nothing. Updates are nothing at all new from last time. If you need to see what we had, I can get it to you, I can email you. No, That's it. I think everybody was kind of on break for the holiday.
Yeah,
So
and,
there's really
and
not
in
a
a
whole
way,
lot
it doesn't
going on.
feel like it's been that much time either.
No news on the schools. I know the town clock.
I mean, the
Lots of
schools are gonna,
those
it's
are
gonna
all-
take some time anyways.
Yeah.
Town clock obviously is not going anywhere.
Right.
And town lodging, I haven't heard anything else on that. I mean, I have a suspicion that if I wanna learn anything, I have to go around and ask, you know, it's the only way I got updates last time, they don't volunteer them anymore. Not because they're hiding anything, but just because new people aren't used to, you know, with Jamie gone, it
With Jamie gone, yeah.
screwed us up.
Loss.
Yeah.
What's going on with Love Field Street with it being closed for like
Yeah,
a
I
year?
wondered about that too.
I assumed it had
That's
something to do with the
Northampton
road.
side, so.
It's the Northampton side. I thought it had something to do with that, but I didn't know, so you don't know why?
There's a culvert that needs to be replaced,
That's
they don't wanna do it because
It's,
there's
Doesn't
no
really
houses
affect
on
them.
their side, so it doesn't affect them at all.
it does, it is on their side, there are two houses on their
Yeah, there are
side.
2 houses.
Yeah, but they're before the
Yeah, okay,
problem.
well, that's messed up.
So, I mean, it's open to there, but it's, the rest of it's closed off.
Right, there's access to the two houses from Route 10.
So it's not like, you know, I mean, and, you know, frankly, O'Neill Street's not that far away, so even if you're
No, it's
coming
not,
the
it's
other
just,
way,
yeah,
it's, you know,
Yeah.
just-
it's a nice little
Shoddy.
section in there. I used to, in fact, I was driving through there one time and there was an owl sitting on the,
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
you know, the
Beautiful.
guardrail.
Oh my gosh.
And I pulled over, I watched the thing for like 10 minutes,
Oh.
just, you know.
Wow.
That's good.
I had a broad-winged hawk last week in my lilac bush
Oh,
Oh,
neat.
wow.
near my bird feeder.
Yeah.
For lunch, huh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, well, like I told my wife, it says bird feeder and
Yeah,
that's a
here.
bird.
Yeah. Sassy.
So like I said, I have nothing new on anything. If there's anything you wanna discuss now as far as
What's
getting
with
some of this stuff
Ferry
moving.
Street? Any word on Ferry Street?
Ferry Street?
Yeah,
No,
is-
I haven't
is-
heard anything recently.
Is he ever gonna tackle those other buildings?
Well, I think I know we had a delay on the apartment buildings. You know, the 90 apartments, I guess, that were supposed to go in.
Yeah,
And I think that's gonna happen, but I'm not sure any timeline on that.
but those were separate from the buildings that he was gonna restore,
Well, yeah,
right?
I'm not sure what he's doing with, he's got two buildings left, maybe.
Yeah, and I noticed that they did do some cleanup. They've done, I don't know if they're gonna try to repoint all of that masonry, I don't know, but they kind of, you know, there were all the trees growing out of it and stuff. I don't know if it was, I don't know what that was. I don't think it was a parking garage, that got done in, right? But there's another building that had that same kind of just open floor plan, each floor was just big open space.
Yeah,
It looks like
that
they-
building was turned into the condos.
So this is the one
It's set back, I think.
further back, yeah, not quite to the next property and not in the opening. The one behind the one that all the windows got knocked out of when they did
Do you know which building was the Easthampton Rubber Mill, or was it United Elastics?
the United Elastic, right?
United Elastic, this was their office.
Was it really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
All right, okay, show me.
My bearings here.
This is the building on Ferry
Yeah, that's
Street.
renovated, that's renovated.
This is what I'm asking
Yeah.
about.
These here.
Yeah, and I think it's, this section that I was talking about. I've seen them doing some work, it looks like, back here.
Okay, yeah, awesome.
Clean up, it looks like. They've taken and just, you know, all the loose stuff, I think, is out of there.
Because
I think-
this building was similar to this
Yeah.
building. And
I think they're
I
doing
thought
it.
they would work on that one next.
I think they're doing it last.
I think
I
I
don't
should
remember
be
why I
getting
thought
rid of
that.
this. Isn't this gone now?
I don't remember if that's gone. Is that the
It's hard
one?
to
No,
see
wait.
because of all the
No,
barriers.
because that's,
I think this might be gone. These two front ones, I think, are still there. That might be gone.
maybe, yeah, actually, I'm not sure, because
The
I can't
last time I
see there,
talked to them,
right, so I can
Okay.
just come out here, I can't see, oh, yeah. But, yeah, I think that they've been doing some cleanup anyway, so. Because I know I drive past there every day, and I keep looking to see what's going on, because they did such a nice job over here.
Anyways, yeah, I can reach out to Mike and see what's up.
See what's
It's
going
been a
on.
year since I talked to him, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since he finished the other building.
Like I said, the last time I talked to him was January of last year. He went over and showed me what was, what was what, and then that project kind of stalled for some reason.
If it's like things we bumped into with the CPA, it's probably that all the costs went up after you got the money. You asked for a bid, they said this amount, you asked for that amount plus 15%, you got it, and then it's 3 times more by the time you come to the table. It's kind of bad. Especially those big projects.
Yeah. Anyways, that's
That's where we're at.
that's pretty much where we're at, yeah. I mean, like I said, for the most part, between the clock, the school reuse, that's gonna happen, it's just a matter of time. How lodging, no idea.
So Arch is doing a process for National Register.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's, we worked with, this is Richard Reich or Reilich or whatever his last name was. He did it 15 times.
15.
He's still with Arch, which I was under the impression he was gone because I believe that's what Jamie had said. Well, one of the guys left, and I said, well, so-and-so, no, he's the one that's gone. I guess he's still with them, so, which is good. At least we know what who we're dealing with. And hopefully that'll work out.
Duncan hasn't opened yet.
No,
They will
that's why you're
soon.
cranky.
They sure look
You
like they
can't
will
get your
soon.
coffee yet.
Yeah, I keep thinking of you every time I drive past it.
How's the light working out though?
It hasn't been too much of a problem, but Duncan hasn't opened. So we'll see what happens when Duncan opens and the traffic backs up.
My friend,
Boy, like we needed another one of those, huh?
yeah,
All right.
they make money at them, so they'll keep putting them up until they don't.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, my friends are forbidden to
Yeah.
ever stop.
Ah, that's funny. I guess you live over there. Well, I hope it's not
Yeah.
too hard. Hopefully they close at 10, the latest.
I think they're supposed to close after dinner or something, aren't they?
Like 8.
Oh,
They're
good.
not open very late.
That's not bad.
Not like they used to be. 2 o'clock in the morning they'd be open.
And we haven't heard anything from the guy that bought Oxbow Sports.
Well, he just disappeared, huh?
I called him this year. The last time I called him, I got a hold of him and his money had been delayed, but he had expected to start last spring and nothing. So I've called again.
What was he gonna do there?
He was gonna tear down the old Oxbow Sports and put up, he had gone through the whole area. He was gonna put up a barn-like structure to go along with some of the buildings in the area.
Huh.
And, what was the name of the business? It would house a couple of trucks and emergency vehicles that would go on site to big construction sites. So he would have EMTs that would be on site at, say UMass was building a big building. he would have someone on site in case there was any accidents. And I guess he's got a business in the eastern part of the state, but he wanted to have an office here because he has to send groups out for big construction. So it would have been a very low-key business. The trucks would go out at 7 or 8 in the morning and be back by 4. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was very respectful of the neighborhood and trying to keep things,
Good.
but who knows? That building may fall apart before anything else
It's
happens.
gonna tear it down anyways, right? All right, next meeting, February 12th. Does it work for everybody? The list of the meetings are on the minutes.
Can I ask a quick question? I know public speak is over. I'm just trying to get familiar with the different commissions. Do you folks work with the Historical Society and anything? You don't? Oh, okay. So this commission specifically is anything pertaining to Easthampton history? Or anything that needs to be done, either state or federal, in relation to Easthampton history? Is that correct? Or how would you define this commission as far as its?
Well, it's more like a arm of planning as far as
Okay.
historical structures and districts, even open space, I suppose.
Mhm.
So, you know, I mean, trying to maintain the character of, you know, downtown or,
Yeah.
you know, or anything, you know, any significantly historic building we might try to preserve.
Good, good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, in theory,
in theory.
and anytime someone applies for a demo permit, that if the structure or big changes to something, we would be notified ideally, and then we could say
I mean,
pause
yeah,
and
that's-
we're working on extending our demo delays to be just 6 months.
That's
so we
basically
wanted
the
to get
extent
longer.
of our power as far as.
To
Well, we
call
also-
attention to significant structures or spaces, which is why like the clock would be in the purview or.
Right,
or-
okay.
Right, which is the thing I was gonna promote is, I think probably one of the most important things we do is like the canal, we've done, the canal, there's a historic canal that runs through town. And so we'll apply for money from the CPA, for example, for either research, like we've had a researcher come in and do what we call an inventory of the historic items in town. The demo delays of the other big one. So those two things are probably like two of the things that.
Even your hope to get LiDAR to
The archaeological,
do
some of the
underground,
archaeological, we
for
have,
historic Native American
Yep.
sites.
Oh, yeah. Are there some in Easthampton?
there are, yeah, out near Clap, there's, one thing we can share with folks, more people might wanna know. So we know that there were graves out there and there were native habitats out there. Now, there were also settler graves, so one of the things that we found was when we asked about having archaeology work done is they said, well, now if there are graves, we're not gonna touch it. So we understand there's a limited amount of digging we're ever gonna do in certain areas there, even though
Because of
we
that,
know,
right.
like there's a DAR monument there for the colonists' graves from the.
But LiDAR could certainly shed light on so much more specific stuff, the underground, like penetrating, it would show where there are like ground depressions and, you know, whether there were stone walls or,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
cellars.
No
or
one's ever
areas.
pegged down the exact location of
Yeah.
the fort.
Mm.
You know, we know there was a native, what they called the fort, but
Wow.
Fort Hill area, that's still pretty vague, so.
Right.
I know, and it's such a gamut between Easthampton and Northampton, like that, which I know is all Northampton, but Yeah, so it's really interesting, and obviously we don't have much power or hardly a budget or anything.
Money, yeah.
But we,
You have a voice though,
well,
which
we-
could
we
hopefully
just- yeah,
direct
we
what you
just
need to.
care, so, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, wow. Now, did you folks have anything to do with like the original city hall, that being transformed into, I think it's partially commercial now, is that correct?
Yeah.
Nonprofit, I think
It's
most of
all
it's
nonprofit, yeah?
Well, except for
Frame
the,
shop.
except for the frame shop.
Oh, except for the frame shop, yeah. No, actually, we used to meet there. That's where, because I used to be
Oh.
City Hall, so that's where we used to meet. The commission. Yeah, because when I started, you and Roma and then
Long
Bob,
time ago.
yep, that's where we would meet, yeah,
Wow.
so.
I think I remember when the town government was still at City Hall there instead, and I think I remember
Near
when.
Mike's office over there.
when this was-
Early 2000s, right around.
Yeah, okay, yep,
2000s.
yep. Well, okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, anyways, February 12th,
All right,
motion to adjourn if you're
I
satisfied.
move we adjourn.
I second that motion.
All in favor? Yes.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.